Helleur. Is this the moment where you're gonna say it's Lalaine Donna? Because I think they know now. Did anyone talk to you? No. Okay. Anyways, today I really want to share with you 5 thrillers that I think you might like and that you should be picking up if you're into thrillers. So without further ado, let's get on to the thrillers. So the first thriller that I really want to talk to you about is A Sweet Pea by CJ Skews. This was amazing. This is what I like. I already talked about it in my videos that I miss female serial killers. Wow. We have Rhiannon. And although she seems like the perfect girl next door and she's an editorial assistant even though she hates her position and she's trying to get promotion and it is not granted to her, she has a dark little secret. She likes to kill people. And although she hasn't killed anyone in the past 3 years, something is like boiling up inside and she is ready to strike. He directs. She lives with her boyfriend and her little dog. And she is famous from a crime that happened in her childhood. But although people recognize her, she's still not happy with the life that she's leading. So the book is written in this diary style. She's giving you a point that she's absolutely hating about the world and life. And she is super sarcastic and witty. Although people around her see her as this naive, sweet little girl. And that is why they call her Sweet Pea. We are taken on a journey what Rhiannon is about to do. And I absolutely love this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars because the humor, the way she's doing her stuff, the narrator was really good because I listened to it, but I think I would also enjoy it if I would read it in physical. I just think everybody who loves thrillers should pick this one up because it is so good. And it just shows you that you should not underestimate the sweet little girls next door because there are darker secrets that you don't know about. So if you want to laugh, if you like the diary style, if you want to read about serial killers, then this is the one that you should be picking up. Then the next thriller that I absolutely adored was My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite. The story is following a young woman who works in a hospital and she is interrupted while she is eating by her sister Ayola. The title already says it's My Sister the Serial Killer. No spoiler there, but she ended up killing another one of her boyfriends. Coretta, our main character, is the least beautiful one of the two and she is also expected to clean the mess up because her sister is freaking out and she's like, I don't want my sister to go to jail for killing another boyfriend, so I will help you and clean it up. So she ends up helping her again. But Coretta is in love with this doctor at her work and her sister ends up dating him. Well, she wants him to stay alive and she's trying to do everything within her power to keep him alive, get him away from her sister, but to save one means you have to sacrifice the other. So I also listened to this on script and I absolutely enjoyed this book. Also a 5 out of 5 stars. I think you should really pick it up if you're into these stories about saving someone's ass. It is thrilling and it's not that long of a story. It's just really enjoyable. I listened to it in one go and yeah, I just think you should pick it up because I miss people from my roots writing thrillers. Come on now. So I was really happy to see that there's a black person who wrote a thriller story. I'm like, thank you very much. It is just nice to see that there are black authors out there who go off their bandwagon of our history and go into different genres, and I'm here for it. I absolutely love it. I love the story, so go check it out if you really want to expand your horizon. Then we have my next favorite, and I have to say that I absolutely adore this author because every book so far that I've read from her is an amazing story. I love it when you're like, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Like, oh, she knows how to use suspense and she knows how to write her stories and make it so that you think you know what's going to happen, and then she's flipping around. She's like, no, that's not what's gonna happen. This is what's going to happen. And I love it when you can do that as an author and not make it very difficult to read. So, An Unwanted Guest by Shari LaPena. Also, I listened to this in one go. I was like, don't disturb me, don't talk to me. I'm listening to an amazing book. Leave me the fuck alone. It's a story about a group of people who go to this hotel, this Mitchell Inn, this small cottage in the middle of freaking God knows where. I think God knows where it is, but You get the idea. It is snowing. It is really snowing. Some of the guests barely made it there, and then the next day a dead body is surfacing, and they're like, what the heck? Nobody's been in this hotel. There's a killer among us. So of course everybody who went to that hotel had their own motives and ideas and beliefs why they were there at that place. And we're slowly following along with everybody and discovering their secrets and why they thought they were relaxing, and everybody is showing their true colors the more time they spend together. It is a fast-paced thriller. It is really, really good. I really want to read it in physical as well because it was so enjoyable. And of course, she flips it around. Like I said, she's like, no, 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 this is not what's gonna happen. This is what you think. But no. Promise you will not put it down until you know who is the killer, or maybe there are more killers and you have no idea. And you should just definitely pick this one up. It is also 5 out of 5 stars and it's really amazing. Go do it. Then we have another one of my favorites, and it is The Woman in the Window by A.J. Flynn. I saw this and I was walking by it constantly and I was like, what is that, The Woman in the Window? It sounds exciting, but I have no clue if it's a thriller or not. So I picked it up and I was like reading the back, because sometimes I'm like, yeah, I should be working, I know, but I also need to know what the books are about. So I read it and I was like, this is right up my alley, and I'm glad I picked it up. We follow our main character Anna Fox, who's living by herself in what sounds to me like a really big home, especially for just one person, but okay. But she is dealing with a mental health issue and multiple issues therefore that you discover later, but she can't leave the house. So everything is being brought to her, even her psychiatrist and someone who is just, you know, working on her body is coming to her house. So to occupy herself, she is photographing her neighbors. From her upper window, she has the best view to her neighbors. She can look inside of their homes, and she has this Nikon that she's using, not sponsored, and makes up stories in her own mind to make the days go by faster. She's also talking to people online who deal with the same issue as her, that they can't leave the house. So because of a certain traumatic thing, they can't leave the house, and they talk to her and they really admire her online. And she does this because she was a psychiatrist herself, but because she couldn't leave her home again, she stopped working. She's drinking way too much. She watched a lot of old movies, so I got really good recommendations also from this book. And I do have to tell you that this is A.J. Flynn's first book, first novel. Whoa. But one night, she is witnessing something that she shouldn't, and she is freaking the F out because she really wants to go over to help, but she can't leave the house. So what is real? What is my imagination? Did I just really see this, or is it just in my head? Did I drink too much? Like, she is almost losing it. So this is a book full of twists and turns, and oh my god, one thing that I absolutely hate is when people don't believe you. And there's a number of things in here that people just don't believe our main character. If this sounds really exciting for you, go pick it up, because it really is. This was such a surprise for me. I was hooked. And it is going to be a movie, and I'm so happy because this is something that everybody should be watching if you're into these stories. I just absolutely love it. I thought it was so creepy and well done. And again, every time, or I'm just really bad at guessing what is going to happen, or these authors really know how to turn things around. Ooh. And then last but not least, we have Hex Fight, Thomas Oldeheuvelt. I already talked about his new book, Echo, in my previous videos, but this is the book that I first read by him. Well, this book destroyed me for days. But I do have to say that this is also the book that got me into thrillers again. It really gave me anxiety, but in a good way. It was really good and disturbing and gross, and I was not ready for it, but because it's a book, you can put it down, and compared to movies, it's not something that I can put down, so I'm still working on that. But let's talk about the book. A friend lended this book to me, so you still need to pick up your book, bruh. Like, it's still here, and he should be glad that it's still here, because I was ready to burn it. The one thing that the back says is whoever is going to be born there is doomed to stay there till they're dead, but who is going there will never be able to go away. Okay, so this story plays off in the Netherlands, which is really weird because it feels really close to me. So I'm like, oh, this is something that I don't like. But it's about a city, a little village, and they have a hex. They call her the Wilder Hex, and she is living there since the 17th century. Like, that is a long time. But the people in the village know how to work her way around it. She is beaming up in people their houses, and sometimes they're standing at the end of your bed and she is just looking at you, well, looking at you because her eyes are sewed closed and her mouth is sewed closed. So it's really freaky. But they also have tourists coming to their village, so they have this app and they're always in contact with one another to let each other know where she is, so people can cover her up, try to lock her in a certain space so she is someone that you can touch, so she's not a ghost. But for some reason, she's able to be in one place and then she rises up in another, which is super freaky. So I first was like, okay, this is going to be a creepy story about a hex. But what Thomas does is he brings out the worst side of people. He is like, I'm gonna show you what my characters have in store. And that to me is more freakier than whatever spooky serial killer thing you can do, because weak people carry so many demons and it is so real to see it from up close or to read about it. It's really hard for me to explain it, but it really shows how mankind can be and what people do out of fear or out of resentment, or they think it's a good idea or it is funny to try and hurt another person, and then it just blows up in your face. So it's about a lot of things. It is about karma, it is about history, it is about what you believe or not, it is about you thinking that you're gonna save everybody and then you totally destroyed everything that was in a pretty good state before you touched it. It sounds really fake, but if you're into chills, I think you should really pick this up so you can just read about what I mean. I was really wrecked because of this book, because my heart was broken how humans can be. Just, oh, it frustrates me so much and it hurted my soul, like, because on one side I could really understand these humans and on the other side I was like, why the F did you do that? The ending to me, I was like, it was really creepy, especially because it is just happening right around the corner and I really don't like it. So the next thrillers that I'm gonna read need to be books that are not in Holland, because I don't like that. Absolutely a 5 out of 5 stars, and even Stephen King read it. Like, if you can bring your book to the best, the most selling author out there when it comes to this genre, then I think you're on the upright. So I'm really happy for him. I think that's such a big compliment when he reads your book and he thinks it's super original and brilliant. Like, whoa, put it in your pocket, because that's something that you can live by. And I think it's funny because every article that I read about him, it was being brought up. Like, I was like, oh yeah, we know, but can you just like talk about the book or about his new book? Like, but anyways, we are really proud of it because the Netherlands sounds so big, but it's super small. So for us to reach out is amazing. I'm really happy that my friend really lent it to me, but I will never pick this book up. Like, I'm recommending it to you because I think you should read it, but I will never ever read this book again because I'm not ready to be destroyed again. Like, whew, it had me really weird and wary for days. Woo. But if a book can do that, Chala, y'all, it is amazing. So these were the 5 thrillers that I think you should absolutely pick up and read if you're into fast-paced, exciting thrillers and with really good twists here and there. So I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you want me to do more about these recommendation videos, then please let me know in the comment box down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.